So the Atlas working group is focused on maintaining and improving the Atlas web application and its underlying technologies. So these tools aim to provide capabilities to design standardized analytics to execute on the OMOP Common Data Model, and hopefully you're all familiar with Atlas. Next slide, please. So despite the title, this is our 2023 OKRs. I'm just living in the past and making typos. But our first objective for this year is to release Atlas and Web API version 2.13, which is currently under development, and we're targeting delivery for the first quarter of this year. And then after the 2.13 release, our focus is going to change towards establishing and maintaining a robust software development plan for Atlas, with the idea being to make this process more transparent for the Odyssey community. So that's going to consist of a couple of key milestones as we work through subsequent releases. So to start, we're going to identify candidate features for Atlas through active solicitation from the Odyssey community and Atlas users. Once those candidate features are identified, we're going to go through a prioritization process with Patrick and Greg to prioritize which features should go into a release, and then also identify developers to work on those features. So that identification will be done by myself and Alexi. And once the features are identified, we will work with developers to produce design specification documents for each new feature that's being developed. And Chris Knoll will be our technical lead to review and approve those features prior to any development. So once those designs are approved and we feel good about them, then we can work on the feature implementation itself. And that will follow kind of our current process whereby developers will put together pull requests that are reviewed on GitHub. We will make use of GitHub to actively discuss the features and any issues around the implementation. And then once the implementation is complete, we'll coordinate testing across 3 independent sites. That will consist of Odysseus will do some testing. Jansen will also set up its own installation for testing. And then we will push the kind of beta release of that instance to the Odyssey Atlas demo site. And once we've completed testing and fixed all remaining issues, we will announce and communicate the release of the next release to the Odyssey community on the forums. And so to facilitate some of these objectives, we've modified our meeting schedule a bit. So we've had monthly work group meetings since last year, and we will continue to have those. You can think of those as kind of the 1,000-foot view of what's going on with Atlas. And in addition to those meetings, we've added a weekly developer meeting. That's on Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning. We basically use those meetings to do more of the kind of groundwork where we're reviewing open pull requests and triaging issues and that sort of work. So both of those taken together will help us achieve the objectives we laid out.